Alright, I'm back, and today I tested this vehicle on a separate video that I was just trying the electric pack on Project Cars 3, but wow, is it insane. And it does drive, like it feels like a sim when you drive it, except the force feedback isn't great. The driving experience itself is good. It's the force feedback that lacks in this game. Project Cars 2 and even 1 had way better feedback than this, but because I liked this car so much when I tested it earlier, I decided I gotta take it to the Nordschleife and see what kind of time I can do with it. If I can finish a lap. It is extremely fast. I don't know the top speed of this thing, but electric cars are not known for going too fast in terms of top speed. Like they could hit 300 and stuff, but I haven't seen anything go to like the 400s or, you know, that Bugatti and Koenigsegg territory. But I think this car does about 300 something. Whatever. I'm going to take it there. No assists on. I don't think I need them. The aero on this car is crazy. It has like 2 scoops on top of the splitter. I don't know what that does, but Volkswagen know their way around the track, obviously, because I believe this is the fastest car out there right now, or one of the fastest. Maybe the Porsche 919 still can probably still be better than this. I would have to look that up. But I know this one's really fast, and just look at the aero of this thing. It's crazy. So like I said, no assists on, 0 assists on. I don't use that anymore. Like obviously on Assetto Corsa Competizione, I do have to put some traction control sometimes on certain cars because that game is just, it's good. It's realistic and it's tough to drive, like really tough. But let's go. And just to show you guys again, right here you can't really tell, but that wing kind of goes back, that spoiler, and you saw the scoops. That wing is massive. Look at the size of that. It's an airplane. From the front, you got the splitter with the 2 scoops, like I said, and I'm sure there's a lot of more active aero there. But let's take this son of a mother. I don't really need to see the gears because, actually this does show me the gears when I click it, but it only has the 1 gear. It's electric, so there's no point having anything on the screen. Let's go. Actually, I want to know the time. It sounds annoying. I discussed that on the previous video. But it is so fast. I'm sure it really sounds like this. And this, it does make the game feel more like a sim when you use a car like this. Just the road effects are really mild, and the force feedback overall is not great. I could have probably done that at full throttle, but whatever. See, it's the top speed that I'm worried about with this car, and I almost got distracted there looking at the gauge. But I think I don't need to brake here. This car has so much active aero that it could handle high speeds on curves like that. Also, for some reason, electric cars kind of make it feels like they're going slower than they are. Like it's almost at 300, but it doesn't feel like it because you're used to that sound of like the high revs and stuff. With this, you're kind of like, okay. At least this one does have that crazy buzz sound that I don't really like. Like if you hear this for a while, you're gonna have ear problems. You're gonna need an hearing aid. I also have all the force feedback and effects up to max on this game, and it's mild. I thought they would actually patch this at some point, but I'm pretty sure what they're doing is like, yeah, let's release some cars, some DLC cars, and let's just keep working on this Project Cars 4 that's going to be the most realistic racing experience as per their CEO. And I hope he's right. I read something about like leaves blowing onto your windscreen and stuff like that. Like, really cool, but that's not really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, you know, wind effects. I'm looking for super high realistic graphics and force feedback that feels realistic, or at least feels close to Assetto Corsa. Assetto Corsa to me feels great. Whenever I drive a car on that game, it feels like I'm driving a car. Like, it feels like I'm really driving a car. Not that I'm not feeling that way right now. I am. Like, this also feels like I'm driving a car. It just lacks a little bit on a few things, like the force feedback and just overall the graphics are very disappointing on this title. But so far for time, we're at 3 minutes 30 seconds. Obviously I can probably do much better than that, but I'll have to push this thing. The one thing I'm learning with this car, the more I drive it, is that active arrow and that wing really keeps it in place. No wonder it's so fast. The top speed, not impressive. The handling is good. Almost lost control there, but somehow was able to correct it quickly. This is the part of the track where I'll probably smash myself to a wall or something, but whatever. I might actually do 2 laps just to see if I can improve at all on the next one. Oh. Kind of feels like it wants to slide when you turn it too much, which is kind of normal because of the speed I'm going. It's so hard to tell how fast you're going unless you look at it. Like 170, 180, 190, it's crazy. It doesn't look like it or feel like it. That's the speed it says I'm going. That's the only thing they need to add on electric vehicles, even these ones. They need to add some sort of sound, even if it's artificial. A sound that kind of lets you kind of know how fast you're going. I don't know if you know what I mean. Kind of like when you're on a V8 or something and you're going high revs, the car's gonna like progress in terms of sound, like woo. This one just kind of like, you increase your speed, but the sound is always the same. You can't, like, it always sounds the same. It just gets annoying. And that's exactly how these cars are. Like, it just sounds like this. It's not the fastest thing ever, but right now, force feedback is doing its part. Not awful, but not super strong. Like, it's at 100 and I'm just trying to show, like, if it moves. Not really. Might try another lap to see. I think I'm going to do about 630, which is not great. I think this car probably does low 5s or something in reality. .631. Let's see how much I can improve on the second lap, if anything. As long as I don't lose control. If I lose control, I'll call it a day. It's just more so to see if I can improve at all. I improved like 3 seconds. I'm just gonna go with that wing. There's no way this thing will lift off. Oh boy. Ooh. I thought that was the time I was gonna crash. Somehow I was able to keep it in. 3 seconds. It's just around those 3 seconds. I'm sure I could squeeze a little bit more time out. I'm going to try to go here. And I'm going to try to do this curve without braking. And then I'll brake here. And I should save a second right there. Almost. Almost a second. Power out of that curve. Looks like I saved a little bit more time. Like, it is making me active on the wheel. It's just the force feedback is not strong enough for me to like even get tired. I'm gonna try to do this full throttle. No, okay. I had to let go a little bit. Like, the brakes are great too. Four seconds. All right, almost 5 seconds. Over 5 seconds now. Like, this one's actually fun to drive. Six seconds. That is good. Says the German, where this car comes from. Germany. Hate this curve so much. And I did the insidey parts. I lost some time there. I did it much better on the first lap. Well, I think I almost slid out again, like earlier. Yeah, if there's anywhere in the track where you're going to lose time, this is where it is. This is what I call the real green hell, is this sector. Or as I usually say, the last third of the track is where all the action is. Seven seconds. Got to keep in mind the top speed of the car isn't great, so on certain sectors it loses a lot of time. Therefore, my lap time could be probably much better if it wasn't for that. Almost 9 seconds saved. May I dare to go to 10 seconds saved. Yep, there I go. As long as I don't slide out of the track, I should be good. Maybe we'll go 11 seconds and do a 620. Getting close to that. Wow, it's making my hands hurt. It is kind of pushing me. Oh man, and that AMC stock is going down again. Up and down, up and down. It's actually going down a lot. I don't know, man. I actually secured my first investment and I doubled it in 2 days actually. I was really lucky. So I invested money, doubled it, took out everything and then bought a few shares. But I still have, the investment plus the part that I matched saved. So I'm only investing the extra, what I consider extra. So let's see. And it's not a lot of money. Ah, shit. Well, that lap would be invalid, but you know what? I got a little distracted. So 620. 11 seconds saved. Let's pretend I didn't hit that cone because I got distracted talking about this. I probably wouldn't have hit it if not, and that's not just an excuse. That is how I actually feel would have happened. 620, that's pretty insane, and this car is freaking amazing. I love it. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. Please sub, stay safe, like it as well, and stay safe like I said. And we're almost out of COVID, so that's a good thing. And yeah, goodbye. Have a good one.